Hello and welcome to another Rambling Rant review. Actually, we've just had a name change. Rambling Reaction Recap. Gotta keep that alliteration going, but a name bit truer to what I'm actually doing here. So, sorry for the confusion. We're still trying to find ourselves. But let's find the next episode. We start this time with the bane of any anime fan's existence, a filler episode. But this is not a filler episode that many of us have grown to hate from some animes. This is filler with information that gives us a better understanding of the world that RWBY is in. An info filler. Infiller? Infiller, let's go with infiller. Here we are given another lesson on the world of Remnant, using that same 2D animation as the beginning of the series. While not as aesthetically pleasing as Yang's flashback in Chapter 6, this one has its own merits. The simpler style helps to convey the information that the narrator is trying to give. This is great information on how the different kingdoms are kept stable, but the way it sounds, it's like the humans in Faunus aren't really winning. It seems more like they're trapped inside their cities, akin to how they are trapped on Attack on Titan. Now, if only next time they'd tell us what happened to the moon. Till then, I'm holding my own theories. Now back to the main episodes, Volume 2, Chapter 8, Field Trip. Osmond, Glinda, and Ironwood are in a feud over what to do after discovering they have been infiltrated by Cinder's group, still not knowing that it was her to begin with.
Thank you for coming, Ruby.
Ruby shows up, albeit a bit late.
Someone accidentally hit all the buttons on the elevator on the way up here. It wasn't me.
Now last time I thought Ruby was in a bit of trouble with Ironwood, but actually it's the exact opposite. Ironwood compliments her on her intuition.
I feel it's appropriate to let you know that I think what you did last night is exactly what being a huntress is all about. You recognized a threat, you took action, and you did the very best you could.
And they start asking her what she knew.
Did she look familiar to you at all?
I don't know. She was wearing a mask.
Do I need to make the Green Lantern joke again? In the end, Ruby points Osmond and the others in the right direction with a small half-truth.
I think I remember her saying something about a hideout or something in the southeast.
With this new info, Ironwood is ready to smash the enemy base with his giant axe.
You treat every situation like it's a contest of measuring.
Ha! Dangly parts.
A quick note before the next scene. Notice how Ironwood said that he followed Osmond before.
I have served you faithfully for years.
Makes you wonder if they were once a team. Osmond, Glinda, Ironwood. But there are only 3 that we know of in this hypothetical team. Could the 4th not being there be a reference to this?
I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet.
Back in the dormitory, a package has been delivered for the sisters. Corgi! The girls are ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. Everyone who's a dog person is ecstatic.
Please keep it away from my belongings.
Except for Blake. She must be more of a cat person. Zwei means 2 in German. So, if he's 2, then what's 1? Ein! Ein!
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Okay, enough of that. Time for the assembly.
Quiet, please.
I wonder who could be in that backpack. Actually, that is kind of a cool backpack. I'd like something like that. Let's check the Rooster Teeth store to see if they have that. T-shirt, figurine. Ah, come on, Rooster Teeth. So many things you could sell. You could RWBY the backpack, RWBY the coloring book, RWBY the lunchbox.
Baseball's the flamethrower! Bet kids love this one.
Oh, the kingdoms each have their own uniform and style and oh, wow. I guess Sun wasn't kidding when he said Vacuole wasn't a shirt and tie sort of place.
On this day, nearly 80 years ago, the largest war in recorded history came to an end.
Such a great speech with some good history tidbits. He has the best inspirational speeches.
Today we stand together, united. But this bond cannot exist without effort.
But he also outlines a co-op program where the students can shadow fully fledged hunters and huntresses. This gives the team an idea on how to get to the southeast.
This is perfect! All we have to do is shadow a huntsman working in the southeast.
The girls get their wish with a little bit of help from Ozpin, and they're on their way to the southeast.
It's gonna be tough, but I know we can do it.
Hey, Team Coffee is back.
Wait, did he say Team Coffee is back?
Team Coffee is back.
Koffler? Forget it, they're Team Coffee from now on. Oh, hey, it's Velvet. This must be her team.
What happened? Nothing happened. It was just... There were just so many.
Wow, that's kind of a downer. That kind of goes back to what I said from the info filler there, where they seem to be trapped behind the walls because of all the Grimm.
Oh, but don't worry. You first years are just shadowing huntsmen, so you should be fine.
And also, she says you first years. I guess that means she's at least a second year? But I just really quickly want to go off and say how happy I am to have discovered that she's actually based off of the Velveteen rabbit. A little known tale about a sick boy and a stuffed rabbit that has dreams of becoming real. It's such a beautiful story. I loved it as a kid.
I'm starting to rather like the rabbit, sir.
I should go. Be safe, okay?
Velvet's ominous news doesn't dissuade the girls. Plus, they know they have backup this time.
Who's ready to fight for their lives?
Oobleck! And now we're on to the next episode, Chapter 9, Search and Destroy. We pick up where we left off with Oobleck briefing the team on their mission. And man, is he talking faster than before?
I can assure you we will not be establishing a single base of operations. Rather, we will be traversing several miles of hazardous wasteland.
This guy could give the Micro Machines man a run for his money.
The Micro Machine Man presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of Micro Machines.
Team Juniper with Sun and Neptune pop in for a quick guest appearance, where we learn that Ren does the cooking for Nora. And I'm sure it's not because she forces him, but bet Nora can't cook. Mission start! We're off! Inside the very Halo militaristic dropship. The music is intense. Oobleck is intense.
I've had my fair share of tussles.
Like the mushroom?
Those are truffles.
Like the sprout?
Those are Brussels.
That could possibly be the best joke of this volume. And the judges' scores are in! They reach their destination and, uh-oh, Zwei is discovered. But it's not a bad thing.
Genius! Canines are historically known for their perceptive nose and heightened sense of sound, making them excellent companions for hunts such as ours.
Damn straight, man's best friend. Oobleck is just piling on the information this episode. Now we get a rundown describing on how the Grimm work.
There are a number of reasons why Grimm would congregate in this particular area. The most likely of which would be their attraction to negativity. Why lone Grimm have been known to stay isolated from the pack for months, and there's the whole pack. And now they've seen us.
What?
And now they've seen us!
Sweet! Now for some accidentally awesome action!
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake? I only saw you kill one of them up close. Well, she is a sniper.
Hey Doc, I was actually looking forward to seeing a pro huntsman in action.
Yeah, I want to see that too. Maybe next episode. Please next episode? Really? So far all we've seen for full-fledged huntresses and huntsmen's abilities is Glenda back in Volume 1. I want to see Oobleck fight! While clearing out the abandoned city, Oobleck questions Yang, Weiss, and Blake on why they wish to become huntresses.
It was my duty.
Interesting.
Is he quizzing them as a teacher or planting doubt as some sort of test for later on? It's weird because when he gets to RWBY, his conversation with her is very different. Is it because she's the leader of the team that she's treated differently? Or maybe he knows that as a huntress in training, she is more emotionally mature than the others.
Let's kill it.
Or not. Now, instead of asking RWBY why she wants to be a huntsman, Oobleck reveals why he became one. And it really speaks not just to the show, but to real life.
I am a huntsman, RWBY, because there is nothing else in this world I would rather be.
Why do we become who we become? Why do we do what we do? Now the others are doubting themselves a bit. I don't think this will cause them to question their abilities as warriors, but more to question themselves as people.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah. No, me too.
Time for bed, and RWBY takes the first watch of the night, and that ends this episode.
Don't worry. Things will be better tomorrow.
Well, while probably having the best joke of this volume, this episode is probably the more serious and thought-provoking so far. Not really much for me to poke at and make fun of, but either way, I can't wait to see more. The information they've given us about the Grimm, even though this originally wasn't supposed to be about the Grimm, this was supposed to be about finding Torchwick's and Cinder's group, it's just great to hear. Well, now, this is usually where I say goodbye for the night, because hey, it's the end of the episode. But just like in the movie theater, I always stay to the end of the credits. And this time, we've gotten a little treat at the end. A trailer for the upcoming X-Ray and Vav. If you've missed it, go to the end of credits and give it a watch. Looks quite hilarious. Okay, this time I mean it. Good night, everyone!